Make sure you stay till the end so you can see the video Travis submitted to get hired for this position. It's a good one and it's never been seen before. Never ever would I take a job at a company like this. You're all children being managed by losers. Hey everybody, this is Randy with Stay Broke Business Consulting. Welcome to day 19 of building $1 million business in 1 year. Today we're going to talk about the hiring process for our media and marketing position and how we landed Travis to be part of the team. And more importantly, hiring for a position that I have very little experience with and needed a lot of help with finding the right candidates. So let's get into it. A big part of what made this whole process possible was using AI. I use ChatGPT, but there's a bunch of other AI platforms out there that, from what I understand, all work the same. This is just the one that I found and started using and I've gotten comfortable with. But for this position, it was a position that I don't have any experience with. I'm trying to find out what kind of experience I need to attract for what I'm trying to achieve, because we're really looking for a broad range of skills, not only video editing, but also the media side of it, really helping us build our brand, leading into the marketing side of it. So really needed somebody that can kind of do it all, but somebody also that could come in, be a part of the team and really help us build something, not just being an employee that's being told what to do and just needs constant direction. We wanted somebody that could give me direction and also help us grow into something and invest in their future, knowing that, we're starting off as a salaried position, but we're trying to grow it into a position where they get a portion of revenue that they're helping to create. First thing I did was went to chat and put in, this is the position I'm looking for this company. And by this point, I had already entered a lot of information about Stay Broke Business Consulting. So it had a pretty good understanding of what we do as a business, what our goals are, and what we're trying to achieve. So it was able to help me deduce what would be the best fit for us and what experience level. So with that, it created a job description for us that we were able to then post on, all the job boards. And out of that, we had a surprising number of candidates very quickly. Within the first couple of days, we had well over 40 candidates, and we were able to kind of sift through those. And they were all over the place, from people coming straight out of college to people that had, real experience working for a network and news broadcasting and all over the board, right? So then figuring out what exactly we were looking for. So through that, we had a screening process, which then led to some phone interviews. I went through quite a few phone interviews. And again, because I don't know a lot about this position myself, I used chat to take each resume that was submitted. I would filter it through. It would separate out everything for me, tell me what the good points were, what the weak points were, and specific questions to ask that weren't covered in their resume. So by doing this, it helped me very quickly eliminate and figure out which ones were applicable candidates. And we set up the phone screen, at which time chat gave me questions to ask. So the thing you got to understand about using AI is you can't just rely on it 100%. You put good information in, you'll usually get good information out. But there are definitely key points. I can tell when something's been written by chat because I've been using it for a while. It has little nuances that you need to go back and edit out, or other people will know as well. With that, for most of the candidates, it really gave me great questions. It helped me, kind of figure out where they fit and would they fit in with what we were trying to achieve. But then there was a couple where I didn't read ahead and I went into the interview feeling unprepared and I kind of stumbled my way through it. And with that, I don't think I did a good job selling the position. But out of all the people we interviewed, there was only two that really, when we got on the phone, It felt like a real conversation. It was back and forth. The candidates were excited about it and really seemed like they would be a good fit for our team. And then we had one late entry that I probably shouldn't even considered because he had way too much experience for what we were trying to do here. But I've dealt with that before where somebody's just looking for a change in their routine and looking to get into a different industry or looking to slow down a little bit, which this is not a place you come to slow down, but that's another video. So out of that, I went into the interview without being prepared for it because, like I said, it was a late entry and I used chat just like I had for all the other ones. And after I get him on the phone, I'm really kind of looking through it and figuring out, all right, why is this guy applying for the position? He is way overqualified. His experience is far beyond anything that we're even trying to accomplish here. I'm not sure what he's looking for. So after I composed myself, I pretty much just asked him point blank, like, why this position? It doesn't look like you're the right fit. And what are you trying to achieve? What are your goals? Because you seem way overqualified for this. So the answer he gave threw up some red flags. Out of that, I was like, that's fine. If you want to continue on in this process, I have a video that I can send you. If you want to edit that video and bring it into your in-person interview, that's the last step in the process. And there's only a couple people we're doing that with. He said, that's fine, send him the video, and he would do that. So I also sent the same video to Travis and to one other candidate. It was a simple video. I just went downtown, held my phone out in front of me, and talked about, the hiring process and expectations when you're coming in to interview with somebody. Because we were not only interviewing for that position, but a couple other positions at the same time. And sent it out to the 3 candidates that had made the final round. And 2 of the candidates did what they needed to do and moved on to the face-to-face interview. But that late arrival candidate that, I didn't really nail the interview and I was confused why he was applying, he decided to send me an email at 2:41 a.m. And I'd like to read the whole thing. Expecting interviewers to spend their money on a video editing subscriptions for a selfie video and create something of interest makes the task near impossible and costly. This is as much of a joke just as the interview was. Remove my name from the pool of candidates because I'm better off begging for money on the streets than putting my future and faith in a company that calls this video content. How the hell would anyone take a 5-minute selfie and edit it into a professional video? You have no idea what you're doing. Go for broke? That's great name for media and marketing, LOL. WTF is the point of the interview that I just took. It sounded like Randy was drunk and had no idea what he was doing. He took more time to compose himself than to ask and answer questions. Never ever would I take a job at a company like this. You're all children being managed by losers. With that, I did a little reflection. Of course, like I said, I went into the interview not completely prepared because I relied too much on AI and that caused me to fumble a little bit. But I feel like I recovered and was able to communicate with them what we were looking for. And the whole thing is, any candidates that submitted a video were paying for their time anyway. So then it got me wondering, like, man, am I asking too much of the other candidates? So when they came in, that was pretty much the first thing I asked them. Was this a fair process? Was it okay for me to ask you to edit this video? And the other 2 that did come in for the face-to-face responded, no, this is expected. I expect you to ask me just like any other position would to show what I can do. And I gave very simple directions for the process. It was, here's a video, have fun, show off, show me what you can do. Just to see, what they can come up with. With that being said, definitely stay till the end so you can see the video that Travis submitted to land this job. Both candidates were great. Travis and I just seem to have more of a connection and be on the same page. And his level of excitement for the prospect of the future growth is really what won me over. And we brought him in, and I think everything's been going great so far. We're still not too far into it. We're still figuring each other out, still figuring out how to communicate and how to nail down our process and figure out what kind of videos that we're trying to put out. But that would be the same with anybody. So let me know what you guys think about it, if you've had issues hiring for a position or a position that you weren't really comfortable with, and how that process went. This is how it went for us. I hope you enjoy the video that's going to follow. It's pretty entertaining. It's one that we haven't posted before, so this will be the first time that we've seen it. Maybe we'll throw it into a short so it starts circulating as well. I think I hit everything I needed to on this one. AI is a great tool, but it's a tool. You have to use it properly. And with that, it's allowed me to do things that I'm uncomfortable with and I never thought I'd be able to do myself. That normally I rely on other people in the office, or bringing in somebody from the outside, a consultant or an attorney, or, all these other things. Of course, anything legal still goes through my attorney, and I might create something and send to them, and now they have a better idea of what I'm trying to achieve. It shortens up the process, costs me a little less money, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything legal without the help or without the proper supervision. But the overall ability of AI is absolutely amazing. It's been a game changer for me personally, and if you're not using it, then you're missing out. Just get in, start simple, and then watch some videos on it. People explain how to communicate with it, how to use it properly, how to get the answers you're looking for, get solutions. But overall, AI is it's a game changer. With that, you have a lot of fear, and I get that. People talking about, I'm going to be replaced, or it's going to replace a bunch of jobs. And my opinion on that is, the people that are going to be replaced are the ones that don't learn how to use AI to assist them in what they do. With that being said, let me know what you thought of this content. Like, follow, subscribe, and remember, stay broke. Hey everybody, it's Randy here with Stay Broke. Things have really been taking off quick for Stay Broke. We're starting to pick up work and traction before we've even launched. We have been interviewing and trying to hire some new employees. I was always taught whenever you go into an interview, there's 3 rules that you follow. First, you dress for the position that you want, not necessarily the position you're interviewing for. Second, you always bring a copy of your resume to the interview. And third, you come with a pitch. You are selling yourself, and you have to come in prepared, ready to talk them into hiring you if it's something that you want. If you start to see them waver or seem uninterested, that's when you go into sales mode and you convince them and tell them why you're the person for the job and how you're going to make their life better and easier. We're pretty relaxed. Our atmosphere in the office is, business casual, I guess. Nobody's really dressing up, so it's not like I expect anybody to come in like a 3-piece suit or anything like that, but looking like you just rolled out of bed in your t-shirt and shorts, it just, do they really want the position, or are they just doing this just because? Show me that you want the job. It's not that hard, right? So let me know what you guys think, and we have a lot more content coming out soon, a lot more to be revealed about Stay Broke Business Consulting, what we got going on, meeting some of our clients. Like, follow, subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot more fun content.